Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blessing Zone. I'm your host, Joe Benjamin. And today I am excited because I have a special guest live with us on the Blessing Zone. Understand this, the Blessing Zone, what we do is I try to bring guests that are moving at a certain frequency of the blessing. You see, we try to help people move from wherever you are to your place of blessing. And today I have a great honor to have Delatorro McNeal II live with us today. All right. So before I let Del we get into this, I just want everybody to start sharing the broadcast right now. Invite your friends, invite your followers, tell somebody that we are live right now. And Del, I'm going to give you a minute to talk and stuff, but let's just make sure that people are joining us. And also, I'm going to send you the link as well, to Gina, the link, so that at least we can have this streaming on your page as well. So let's just get everybody to join, to follow, to share, because I'm telling you, this broadcast is going to change your life. I can.
Powerful.
It's going to be powerful. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
Wow. All right. So let's have a good look right here. I'm just going to send the link, but while I'm doing this, I want everybody right now to go right ahead, share the broadcast. All right. And you are going to hear something that will absolutely change your life. I'm telling you. All right, yeah, see, people are joining us. And as you join us, I want you to tell us where you are watching us from, guys. Go right ahead, tell us the country, the state, or even the city that you are watching us from right now. Because as you do that, then we are able to know where you are so that we can welcome everybody. All right. Okay, so Del, I've just emailed Gina with the link for the Facebook. All right, so that should have gone straight through, which means you can go right and share that and all that. So listen, everybody, this is a great day for me because this man that we have right here is a man that really impacted me. I don't know if I can talk about when I first met or came across the work that Delatorro does. It was some years back. I think it must have been in 2009 or thereabouts. You were ministering at Empowerment Temple for Dr. Jamal Bryant, and I don't know if you remember this, Del, but you were talking about, okay, it looks like we've lost Della Toro. We'll get him back in again.
I'm right
Are you
here.
here? Right. Okay, excellent, great.
Yes.
So watch this. And I saw you and you were teaching about this new book that you released, which we'll talk about later. But before I do that, let me just give everybody so people just get a sense to know who we are talking about. All right, Delatorro L. McNeal, MS. CSP is ranked as one of the best motivational speakers in the world. His certified speaking profession designation places him in the 12% of paid speakers worldwide. So we are honored to have one of the highest paid speakers on the zone today. I'm telling you, he's the best-selling author of 7 books and over a dozen personal and professional development courses. Delatorro is that we're speaking to right now is spoken in over 49 of the 50 U.S. states, only missing Alaska. I wonder why. and, and abroad. All right, and has delivered well over 3,500 paid presentations. Delatorro McNeal has been featured on national and worldwide television networks like Fox, ABC, NBC, BET, TBN, Daystar, and Oxygen, and now the Blessing Zone TV.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Right, in 2016, Delatorro became the first executive producer and star of the Keynote, which was a great program. I watched that brand new inspirational business reality TV show based on the speaking industry, endorsed by Toastmasters International and the National Speakers Association. Delatorro is best known for his life and destiny transforming live events and training experiences, including Crush the Stage, Speaking Business Mastery, and the Full Throttle Experience. So most recently, he was the opening keynote speaker for the 2017 Toastmasters World Convention.
Yes,
Welcome,
sir.
Delatorro. We love you, sir. We appreciate you. Good to see you here.
Thank you, my friend. Man, I'm honored to be on this incredible platform, and I'm very, very proud of the amazing work that you're doing, sir, and how you're transforming lives and hearts through the blessing zone. Man, I think it's really, really exciting and it's captivating. And so I'm just honored to be with you, and I'm blessed that we have the technology that allows us to connect on different sides of the planet. Man, that's great. You're all the way in the UK, and I'm here in Tampa, Florida, and we are connected now. And hopefully, people are going to get some massive value out of this interview session. It's going to be powerful.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We honor you, sir. We respect the work that you do. You are such an inspiration to myself as well. And I was telling you just before we started how that I came across one of your books many, many years ago in one of your teachings, and I started to follow you. I started to follow your teaching, then your motivational videos and courses and things like that. And they literally changed my life. And for
Mm.
that, I just want to take this time just to say thank you for what you've done many times. Great people like you inspire people that you never know. I'm one
Yes,
of them,
sir.
and I'm so thankful.
Well, man, that means the world to me. I appreciate you for saying that. And that really, that's a highlight in my day to day to know that all the way over in the UK, that this amazing man has been blessed and inspired by our work. So I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Now, I don't know where to start because, with so many areas and you have so many accolades. Let's start off with this one. You've got this title CSP at the
Yes,
end
sir.
of your name. What's that all about?
So the certified speaking professional, in fact, you can probably see it in there. It's right over my shoulder right here. So the certified speaking professional designation is the highest earned international designation for professional speaking excellence. And it's bestowed through the National Speakers Association, which is the largest speaking association for paid professional speakers globally. So I earned the CSP designation when I was actually in 2011. So 9 years ago, I earned this designation as one of the youngest CSPs on the planet. I earned it at the age of 33 years old. And I had to submit 5 years worth of clients, 5 years worth of data, a lot of information to the National Speakers Association. They evaluated all of our clients over a 5 year period. And we had to get letters of recommendation. We had to show proof of income for 5 years of speaking in the industry. It was a very, very detailed process, but I'm very, very honored to have my CSP designation. So it's a really, really big deal. So I'm very grateful to God for that.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. And I know you currently are busy traveling all around, all over the country, all over the world, and you are pretty much teaching people presentation skills. Presentation skills, is that right?
Yeah. So my two areas of expertise. If you were to ask me what are my areas of expertise, it's peak performance and presentation skills. Those are really the two things that I really believe that God has really anointed me very heavily to be able to do. Help people achieve what I like to call peak performance, which is basically helping people bring the best out of themselves. I'm a man of God. So when I'm in the church space, I help the body of Christ figure out what it is that God's called them to do and do it to the best of their ability. When I'm in corporate America, I help corporate executives, C suite executives, sales professionals be their best in corporate America. When I talk to colleges and universities, I'm helping students figure out what they want to do in terms of their major and do it to the best of their ability. When I'm talking to entrepreneurs, people who own their own businesses, I'm inspiring them to figure out what it is their ideal product and service is and then put it out in the market to the best of their ability. So my real passion in the area of peak performance is helping high achievers be their best selves and continue to top themselves over and over and over again, because scripture even says morning by morning new mercies I see, right? And every
Mhm.
round should go higher and higher, and at the end of the day we're supposed to build this thing line upon line, precept upon precept. So I believe that God wants us to constantly elevate the game, constantly change the narrative, constantly take it to the next level. And if you're watching this and you're listening to this, it's 2020, which means it's time to take it to the next level. What you've done in the past is great, but it's time for a new thing, right? Behold, I do a new thing. So we've got to be serious about what it means to next level ourselves. So Joe, I'm really passionate about peak performance, which is being your best, and then I didn't even intend for this to be the case, but God has really put a very strong anointing on me to mentor and coach people in the area of presentation skills.
Mhm.
Presentation skills is the craft that I use to teach peak performance. But when I started out speaking, I didn't necessarily know that I would be known as one of the world's best speaker trainers. That
Yeah.
kind of happened. That kind of happened, Joe, by accident.
Wow. My goodness. By accident. Tell us a little bit more about this. This is a good accident. I love accidents like this.
Well, it's funny. So I remember working in corporate America. I worked in corporate America for a very brief time, and I want to inspire somebody right now because somebody's watching this or you're listening to this, and you're like, "Man, can this happen for me?" I see this guy. He's living his dream. He's got all these great accolades. He's written all these books. Whatever, whatever. Is this possible for me? It is possible for you. Neither one of my parents were entrepreneurs. Neither one of my parents taught me about business. Both of my parents were amazing people, but they taught me two words that you never hear on social media. They taught me work ethic. And they taught me that if I worked for whatever it is that I wanted, I could achieve anything I wanted in life. So
Mhm.
my parents have been a great inspiration for me. And my mom was my greatest oratorical inspiration because from the time I was 4, 5, and 6 years old, my mom was a Sunday school and an English teacher. She was a Sunday school teacher and an English teacher. So if you were going to be Olivia's kid, you had to be able to talk. So I used to
Right.
get the
That's it.
longest parts in the Easter play, the Christmas play. I used to have to play all these roles, and that developed my ability to speak. And so
Mhm.
that's kind of how my speaking began. But when I was in corporate America, I only worked in corporate America for 1 year and I got laid off because the company that I was working for split and they decided to change names. So I didn't have a long runway into speaking. I worked at a
Right.
university for 2 years. I taught public speaking. And after 2 years, I went full time as a speaker. So I've been full time speaking 16 years as of 2020. I'm 42 years old. So pretty much my entire adult career has been in this speaking space, Joe. And I want to encourage somebody who's watching and listening right now, and they're saying,
Wow.
"Okay, I don't think I have all the credit. I don't have all the credibility. I don't have all the credentials. I didn't
Yes.
have this. I didn't have that." And so many times we use our limitations and the things that we think that we don't have to hold us back. Well, you're looking
That's
at a
right.
living proof of the fact that God doesn't call the qualified; He qualifies the called. And so
Mm,
God
mm, mm.
called me to this. And so he called me to this, and so he equipped me to be able to do it. And so my ability to teach people presentation skills now has come as a result of me working on my craft of public speaking and presentation for over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
You know,
Wow. Amazing.
yeah, from my mom
Mm,
teaching me to joining Toastmasters when I was in college, Joe. I actually joined
mhm.
Toastmasters as a college student, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm a college
Yeah,
student. Wow.
yeah, and
So
that
you've been it for a long time now.
Yeah, yeah, and and,
Yeah.
and, and and so watch how this all comes around full circle. So Joe, I joined Toastmasters in college. I was going to the Western Sizzler on Appalachia Parkway as a college student, sitting in the back room, learning about Toastmasters in 1999. And then in 2000, and then 2017, I get invited to be the opening keynote speaker for the Toastmasters World Convention, the largest public speaking
Mhm.
organization on the planet. So 20 years later, it's like sometimes God plants a seed and we don't know when it's ever gonna grow. We don't know when it's ever
Mhm.
gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
materialize. And for me, what I want to encourage everyone who's watching and listening to understand is that if you just continue to fertilize and water the seed that God's put on the inside of your heart, it's gonna bring about a harvest. It has no choice but
Wow.
to.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Del, for that. And I heard Warren Buffett, the billionaire, recently
Yeah.
saying that your public speaking course is the best course that he's ever attended. Tell us a little bit more about that, Del.
Okay. Yeah. So Warren Buffett basically went on. So last year, Warren
Uh-huh.
Buffett went on record to say that his public speaking courses that he took was the most important business skill that he ever developed in his matriculation. Now, I have not
Mm.
had a chance to work with Warren Buffett. However, Brian Tracy, I have had a chance to train Brian Tracy's
Yeah.
top leaders. And Brian
Yes.
Tracy
Yes.
has gone on record to say that my presentation skills program, my books, as well as my course called Crush the Stage, is one of the best speaker training programs in the country. And so I'm
Mhm.
really, really excited about that.
Well, that's amazing. I think one of the things that most people don't know, and you know it too well because you're a well-paid speaker, is that people can actually be paid for speaking. People can be paid for their voice. Tell me a little bit more about that, Del.
Come on, they don't. People don't understand, Joe. They don't understand that this is an actual industry. So the meetings industry, the personal development industry, is a
Yeah.
$12 billion industry. It's a
Mhm,
twelve
mhm.
billion dollar industry. There's meetings and
Yeah.
conventions happening all over the planet, right? And so
Mhm.
when you understand that you're not just speaking, but you're actually in an industry, the meetings industry, the convention space industry, then you begin to start to take that gift seriously, and you understand, okay, it's my job to come into these meetings and make a massive impact for humanity, and to leave this world better than the way we found it. So that's what we do. Just got back from a huge convention in Long Beach, California. Right before that, I was in Nashville, Tennessee at a large global convention. I've been to Hong Kong. I mean, I've been all over the planet speaking at
Mhm.
conventions and conferences and associations. And
Yeah.
one of the big things that I've learned and realized is that although we're all so different, we're all very much the same. And
Mm.
everybody wants goals and dreams. Everybody wants a good family. Everybody wants protection. Everybody
Yeah.
wants religious freedom. Everybody wants to earn great money. Everybody wants let their voice be heard. Everybody wants to build their brand. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to, they want to live a good life. So we're
That's
more
it.
similar to humanity than we think we are.
That's right. Wow. Amazing. And you've recently written a book, Platinum Presentations. Can you?
Yes.
And I'm sure in that book you talk a lot more about, how to make money with things like speaking.
Yeah, so what's interesting, Joe, is that when Warren Buffett went on record last year, because I'd written 6 other books, including the book that changed your life, right?
Yeah,
Caught between
that's
a
it.
dream and a
That's my
job.
book. I'm gonna get there in a minute.
Yes, sir. So up until last year, I had written 6 books on personal development, living your dream, manifesting your vision, all that kind of stuff, right? But when Warren Buffett went on record to say that his public speaking course was the most important business skill he ever developed, and that he makes all of his top business students go through presentation skills and public speaking training, I was like, man, I need to write a book for the average person, just the average individual who wants to get better at speaking and presenting. So I wrote a book last year called Platinum Presentations: 52
Right.
Tips to Speak with Confidence, Win Your Audience, and Grow Your Bank Account. This book is going gangbusters on Amazon, and people can pick it up. We also created the audio coaching program to the book, which is 4 hours of me coaching the content from this book to people on audio CDs, and people can learn more about that. They
Mhm.
can also get that from Amazon, or they can get it from Audible. We actually are on Audible now, so some of our content you can now get through Audible, which is, I'm really really excited about that. But we're taking everything that we're doing to that next level, because I firmly believe that no matter what product or service we're promoting as business professionals, no matter what we're doing in ministry, at some point we're going to be asked to give the talk, to give the presentation, to share our story, to share our message, to tell about the goodness of God. Fill in the blank, right? And when that happens, you got to be able to get on the mic, and you got to be able to crush it. You got to be able to do a fantastic job.
Well, amazing, amazing. Now I see people are joining us from all over the world. And if you're joining us right now, I just want you to type in the comments the city, the state, or the country that you're watching us from right now. And I
Yes.
also want you to share the broadcast. Tell somebody that we are live right now with Delatorro, the
Woo-hoo-hoo.
great speaker, live with us on the Blessing Zone. I want to ask you this, Del, because you're very motivational, very inspirational, and I like your ability to believe in people. You have a great ability to
Oh, thank you, man.
believe in people and believe in the gifts that people have. Do you believe that anybody, absolutely anybody, can be a good speaker? I know you train speakers. Is speaking is speaking Notice, is speaking a gift that somebody gets when they are born? Or is it a skill that somebody can actually learn and be taught? Because, I speak to people, I address even preachers, I mentor young ministers, young leaders, and stuff like that.
Praise God, that's
And
awesome, man.
yeah. So tell me, I mean, can this be taught?
Watch this. So I firmly believe 2 things, right? We've all heard this in psychology: the difference between nature and nurture, right? The
Mhm,
natural gifts and talents we're born with, and then how we nurture those gifts and talents. So I
mhm,
think that God gives both. I think God certainly uh, uniquely anoints individuals to have a gift and talent in a certain space. But I also
mhm,
believe our job and responsibility to cultivate the gift, to, as the word says, stir up the gift of God that's on the inside of you, to study to show thyself approved, to actually develop that which is on the inside of us. Because if we don't take the time to develop the gift that's there, at the end of the day, it's always been said, the gift of life is God's gift to you. What you do with your life is your gift back to God, right?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Say that again.
yeah,
Say it
yeah.
again.
The
I love
gift
it.
of the gift of life is God's gift to you. What you
Mhm.
do with your life is your gift back to God. So I think it's our obligation, it's our responsibility. I get chill bumps just think about it. It's our obligation to develop, to cultivate that which He's given us. Scripture says that He's given us everything we need according to life and godliness. If He's the Alpha and the Omega, He thought about your whole life, and then He dropped you on this earth. God says in Genesis that He put the seed of everything within itself, which means that every one of us have the ability within ourselves to watch this reproduce from ourselves. So the seed is there. So God don't have to make no more. He doesn't make a forest. He makes seeds, and then from the
Mm.
seed you get forests. And so that's the
Wow.
whole notion, right? So I think the ultimate answer is everyone has the ability, because public speaking is a skill.
Mhm.
Networking is a skill. Budgeting
Right.
money is a skill. Time management is a
Right.
skill. Productivity is a skill. Negotiation
Mhm.
is a skill. Because all of these are skills, and public speaking is a skill, yes, it can be learned and it can be mastered by anyone.
Wow, wow, that is amazing. So, okay, listen to this. What about those people? I want to go deeper. What about those people that say, "Oh, I'm nervous. I'm scared of crowds. Even some people can't stand in front of 10 people."
Yes.
Us that have done it a few times, no problem. But I'm nervous, and some even come and say the first thing that they do when they get a hold of the mic, they say, "I'm nervous." Just before you answer that question, let me just tell you a couple of people that are watching us right now. We've got somebody watching us from Tampa, Florida. We've got people watching us from France, Swindon in the UK. Somebody says, I'm in the USA. Somebody's watching us from as far as Egypt,
I
live with
love it.
us
I love
right
it.
now on the Blessing Zone. So, guys, continue to share the broadcast. Tell somebody that we are live right now.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
let's
Tell
just
them we
talk about
live.
this
Tell them we
nervousness.
live.
Right. So, tell us about this nervous thing.
So one of the first things I want everyone to do, if you're watching this, you're listening to this, hearing this, seeing this, is you're no longer allowed to say that you're nervous. And the reason why you're no longer allowed to say that you're nervous is because you will manifest whatever you decree out of your mouth. If you decree a thing, it
Oh.
shall be established. If you
Mhm,
decree, I'm nervous, all right, you're not nervous, you're
mhm,
Scott. You feel anxious right now. Be
mhm,
clear about the difference between the feeling and who you are. Never confuse your identity with a feeling or an emotion, right? If I were to go
mhm.
up to you right now and shake your hand and say, Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Delatorro, you would say, Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Joe. You wouldn't say, I'm nervous. Why?
No.
Because your identity is not the emotion you're feeling at the moment. So be
Well.
careful of what you put right after the words I am, because whatever you
Mhm.
put after the words I am is your identity. And the universe, come on somebody, can't help but to align with
It's a lie.
whatever you just spoke. So if you said
Mhm.
I'm nervous, I get chill bumps. I'm about to get excited. If you say I'm nervous, then guess what? The universe is going to collide, and it's all of a sudden to say let's make sure that she's right. She should be
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
He should be nervous, because at the end of
Let's
the
get
day,
all
watch
the
this,
nerves everywhere and,
it's going
and
to pull
put them on
everything
you.
in to make sure that you're right, right? This is so
Right.
powerful, because we don't
Mm,
understand that at the end of the day, you will have whatever you say out of your mouth. So if you say,
mhm,
listen, I am confident, I am excited, I am strong, I am prepared,
mm,
I am ready, I am a lion, or I'm a lioness. I am
mhm,
blessed. I am favored. I am abundant. I have information coming out of my ears. I am prepared.
mhm.
All of a sudden that has a completely different energy than I'm nervous, I'm scared, what am I going to do, blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah,
Right.
right? So I think
Right.
it's so vitally important, Joe, and you know this to be true as you train young leaders and pastors and orators and communicators and influencers, right? It's so important that we all understand that we will have whatever we say. So we've got to
Mhm,
speak life every
mhm,
time we get ready to get in front of that audience. And one of the things that I like to, and I talk about it in my books and my programs, one of the things that I encourage people to do is really, really focus on less on you and
mhm.
more on the people that you're there to serve.
Wow, that's
'Cause
amazing.
yeah, I think, Joe, so many times people get, quote, nervous because they're
Mhm,
too focused on their PowerPoint, their
mhm,
outfit,
mhm,
their
mhm.
notes, right?
Sure.
How do I look? How do I sound? How do I this? How do I that? But as soon as you get out of that, as soon as you stop trying to speak and you start serving, your speaking and
Mhm.
your presentation will go to a whole nother level.
Wow, 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 amazing. Now you mentioned about your books, Delatorro. Can if anybody wants your books, of course, you mentioned Amazon. And what about also you mentioned about your when we spoke earlier, this new course that you have crossed the stage because I know you train people and everything else. Tell me about that and also where we can actually get these products and these services if anybody is interested to follow you and be trained and mentored by
Fantastic. So, okay, so if you are at the beginner stages, you're saying, listen, I just want a really super easy way to get a few ideas from Delatorro to take me to the next level in terms of my presentation. If you're just kind of like dabbling your toes in the water, then the first thing you want to do is you want to go on. You can go to our website, which is platinumpresentationsbook.com. That's platinumpresentationsbook.com, and there you will be able to pick up a copy of our newest book, as well as you'll be able to pick up the audio program. That's on platinumpresentationsbook.com. Platinumpresentationsbook.com. You can pick up the book and you can pick up the audio. And the difference between going to platinumpresentationsbook.com versus going to Amazon is when you order the books from Amazon, they never come to me. So they won't be
right.
signed. But when you go to platinumpresentationsbook.com, those books will actually be signed by me. They will be shipped out by my company and they will go directly to you. So I would highly encourage, if you want to get those books, go to platinumpresentationsbook.com. That's first base. If you just kind of want some entry level information on the presentation skills space, that's where I would begin. The next
Um,
level up from that is if you're serious about, if you're saying, I want to be a speaker, or maybe I'm in direct sales, or I'm in network marketing, or I'm in ministry, and I need to take my presentation game to the next level. And I want the books and all that stuff is great, but I want to work directly with Delatorro.
yes, yes.
I want to be in his presence. I want him to teach me his 12-step blueprint for speaking. I want to sit under him. I want to learn from him for 3 days. I want him to hear me speak and present and train and critique me and help me get better faster. If
That's right.
that's you, then you want to come to Crush the Stage. Crush the Stage
Wow.
is a 3-day boot camp that we do once a quarter here in Tampa, Florida. And the website is crushthestage.com. That's crushthestage.com. And we do that event once a quarter. We take a very limited number of students, like 8 to 10 students, and we work with them intensely over 3 days. And we transform how they present for the rest of their life. How you give any presentation will drastically shift. Online presentations, offline presentations, whether you're giving coaching, whether you're doing webinars, Zoom trainings, podcasts, whether you're doing
Mhm.
full day trainings, you will never present the same again, because at Crush the Stage, I make you speak 7 different times over the course of 3 days, and I critique you myself and help you master your skills of public speaking and presentation. So those are
That's
the
right.
ways that people can kind of get involved with us in a bigger, better, better way, Joe.
That is amazing, Delatorre. Thank you so much. And just before I let you go, because I know you're busy, let's just talk a little bit about this book that really impacted me. The book called "Caught Between a Dream and a Job." My goodness! Now, this book is all about if you're like the title says, caught. If are you caught between a dream and a job? And I remember when I came across this book, and I was in that exact same place where I
Wow.
was a bivocational leader, where I had my dream, but I also have my job. And
Yes.
in a nutshell, Adele, and I know there's some people maybe watching us right now thinking, okay, God has given me a dream. I've got a vision. I want to set up this business. I want to do this. How can they transition from that place of working a 9 to 5 to moving into their dream?
It's a fantastic question, man, and I'm really grateful for Caught Between a Dream and a Job and the impact that it's made in your life, Joe. That's really remarkable, sir. I'm very, very proud of
Mhm.
you, and thank you for sharing that book with people all over the world and just
Yes.
encouraging people buying the book for them and just sowing seed into them. That's definitely that's so. Robert Kiyosaki's flagship book was what, Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? Everybody's got
That's
their
right. That's
flagship,
right.
right? For Michael Gerber, it was the E Myth, right? Even though he's written a bunch of books, like there's that one
Yes,
flag, you know.
that's right.
So, so for me, my flagship book easily is Caught Between a Dream and a Job, and I'm so grateful for that book and what it's done for us globally. And I think one of
Yes.
the things that's really most powerful is, like you said, the title describes where a person is. Either most people are caught between their dream and their job, their paycheck
Mm.
and their promise, their destiny and their daily routine, the thing that pays the bills and the thing that pays their future. They're caught, they're stuck, and they don't understand how to transition from one into the other. And one of the things that
Mhm.
I love to encourage people to do is understand this. If your dream is bigger than your job, you've got to create a transition bridge that gets you from one into the other. And so
Mm.
that transition bridge is normally a dream job, which is a brief occupational opportunity that pays you salary and benefits long enough to practice your dream on another organization to develop the skills and the confidence while you build your side hustle on the side, so that that way you can leave out of that dream job and step into your dream with confidence and conviction.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened for me when I went from working in corporate America to working at a university for 2 years teaching public speaking and teaching
Right.
instructional systems design. I was able to transition in 2003 away
Yeah.
from that into full time entrepreneurship. And I've been a
Mhm.
full time entrepreneur since 2003. So it's been an amazing, amazing ride. It hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows, but God has sustained us over the last 17 years, man, because
Wow.
I really
Amazing.
believe that, yeah, I really believe that He's given us something unique to share with the world, and something powerful. So what I want to encourage you to do is, if you're caught between that dream and the job, first thing that you got to say to yourself is this: if the job that I'm in right now is nothing remotely close to what I want to be doing, then you need
Right.
to get out of that job and you need to find a job that's at least in the same field of what you ultimately want to do, right?
Right.
So you got to
Right.
get out of that, what I call that whack job, and you got to get
Yes.
into what I like to call a dream job, right? And a dream
Mhm.
job,
Mhm.
so I like to say it like this. So for example, I'm gonna use an example. So let's say that you want to become a massage therapist. You want to have your own massage therapy studio.
Uh-huh.
But right now, your current job is, let's just say um, you're working in the restaurant industry. Let's say you're a waitress, right? You're
Right.
working in the restaurant industry. It has nothing to do with massage therapy, right?
Mhm.
And you're getting tips and blah 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 blah. But and you're paying bills, but you're nowhere close to what your dream is. You're
Wow.
nowhere remotely close.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is get out of that job being a waitress or a waiter, and you want to go start to work at a resort, right? Go find a
Mhm.
resort or a hotel
Mhm.
that
Get
has a
close.
spa. And
Your dream. Mhm.
now that you're at this spa, now every day you're showing up to this resort, you're at least in the environment of your dream. You're not doing it
Right.
for you're doing it for Marriott, or you might be doing it for Hilton or whatever, but at least you're in the environment of your dream. Every day you get a chance to be around things that involve massage, right? And
Yes.
then you
Yes.
want to go from that into stepping out and creating your own massage studio. Maybe you rent out a room from another massage therapist who has 4 or 5 rooms. Maybe you rent their room out for 6 months until you build up your own clientele. And then you get your own brick and mortar piece. Or maybe you're a mobile massage therapist and you have your stuff in your car. And now you can go around and take appointments at people's homes. It's completely up to you, but you got to take those baby steps to get you from that dead end job all the way into your dream job. And so the book goes into great detail about exactly how to do that.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much. And last question, Delatoro. There's
Yeah.
people that are watching us right now, maybe people that have a dream to start a business, a dream to have that happy marriage, happy relationship. Maybe
Yeah.
they're building something, building an organization, or they're in university and they are feeling really down, depressed, and it feels like things are not working. They're putting in the energy, the effort, and things are not working. How
Mm.
can you motivate somebody who is trying their very best and they'll tell you, look here, Dell, I've done everything, but I still want my dream to go on. Well, how can you take somebody from that place? They want to start a business, but been going 2 years and they're not getting any profits yet.
Yes.
How can you keep them motivated on their dream? Explain it together
Fantastic
to some
question, man. It's a really great question, and it's so funny because I actually wrote a book about that too.
All right, wow.
So in 2016, I wrote my sixth book, which is called "Thriving Through Your Storms." It's called
Right, yeah,
"Thriving Through Your Storms." An
yeah,
absolutely phenomenal,
great.
phenomenal
And
book.
I've got that book too. I've got it.
Yes, Lord, man, please.
Yeah,
So I wrote "Thriving Through Your Storms" because I realized that as high achievers, as we go about the business of living our dreams, the number one thing that stops us is adversity. It's
Yeah.
hardship. It's challenge. It's when things are tough, when life is tough, when situations get tough, and you want to throw in the towel and you want to quit and you want to and you don't see a way out, right?
Mhm.
When things get challenging and when things get tough, how do we take it to the next level? How do we persist? How do we pursue? How do we persevere in the face of adversity and hardship? And so, one of the biggest things that we talk about in Thriving Through Your Storms, and that's also a great book you can pick up on Amazon. And the audio program is actually on Amazon as well as Audible as well. So, but one of the biggest lessons that we teach in Thriving Through Your Storms is produce in the middle of your storm. If you're going through something
Mhm.
difficult or challenging, if there's something hard that's happening in your life right now, one of the best things you can do is produce in the middle of your storm. Right in the middle of what you're going through, make a decision to find something that you're passionate about, something that you
Mhm.
love, something that you care about, and start working on that thing. Because here's the thing,
Mhm.
adversity and challenge and hard times, they come to steal the life and the energy and the vitality out of you. So if those things
Mhm.
are trying to pull vitality out of you, you need something
Right.
that's going to put vitality in you. And what's going to
Absolutely.
put vitality back into you is
Mhm.
believing in yourself, seeing things grow, seeing things develop. So I encourage people all the time, produce in the middle of your storm. That's one key to success. Another
Mhm.
big key to success when you're going through something difficult or challenging is to make sure that you stay around people who believe in your comeback, believe
Wow.
in seeing you successful, believe in seeing more in you than you see in yourself at the current moment.
Mhm.
It is
Mhm.
so important because the enemy comes in to try to put blinders on you, to help to keep you from seeing your future clearly. So you have to
Mhm.
stay around people who see that future in you, who see that greatness in you, and will continue to call it forth, will continue to speak life into you and keep you encouraged. So number one, constantly be working on a positive project that you're
Right.
inspired about. Number
Yes.
two, keep positive people around you who will constantly encourage you and keep you
Mhm.
motivated. And then number three, I think this one's a really, really important one. And this is going to be a curveball because most people aren't expecting this. Realize that nothing stops just because you go through a storm. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm going to say it again.
Brilliant.
Nothing stops just because you go through
Nothing
a
so.
storm.
Mhm.
So many people think, oh, because I'm going through a divorce, or oh, I've lost my house, or oh, I'm going through a job transition, or oh, I just went through a breakup, or oh, this is going on with my kid, or oh, I got this diagnosis. We think that the world stops because something happens to us. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
that is not the way life works.
No.
Listen, I don't care what happens in our lives. The whole world was shaken when Kobe
Mhm.
Bryant's daughter tragically,
Yes.
all those people tragically lost
Mhm.
their lives in that helicopter. But watch this. The very next hour, the news kept going, the media kept going, social media kept going. I mean, nothing stopped.
So nothing
The
stopped.
games continued. So my whole point is life goes on with
Mhm.
or without us. So when you're going through a
Right.
storm, realize that somewhere somebody is living life. And at the end of the day, you got two choices.
Mhm.
If God never sleeps nor slumbers,
Mhm.
then if you're going to pray, why worry? And if you're going to
Mhm.
worry, then why pray?
I pray. That's amazing. Wow, wow. I think somebody needs to type that in the comments. But say
Come
that
on,
again,
somebody.
Del. Say that again. Say that again.
It's so funny because one of my great mentors and dear friends, his name is Pastor John Jenkins. He pastors one of the largest mega churches in America in Washington, D.C., First Baptist Church of Glen Arden. And he says that all the time. He said, if you're going to worry, then why? And if you're going to pray, then why
Why worry?
worry?
That's it.
Come on,
Wow,
somebody.
amazing, amazing. Right. I want everybody who's live with us right now, just key in the comments how this broadcast has impacted you. Have you learned something? Because I just want to take this
I think I
opportunity just to
lost your
thank.
audio a little bit. I can't hear you right now.
All right. Can you hear me
I think I
now?
lost your audio. I can't hear you right now.
Okay. So all I was saying was that I just want to say thank you so much for you being here, and everybody who's in the comments. I think we've lost Dell right now. All right. Let's see. Oh, excellent. Great. He's back. So I was just saying to everybody watching us right now, type in the comments a word or two of how you think this broadcast has impacted you. What have you learned? Because you see, we want this great man of God to come back on here, but we want to see the nice comments. We want to see the nice comments. As for me, Del, I'll tell you, you have been an inspiration and motivation. And tell me, how do you stay so motivated? How do you keep a smile on your face? And I know you're getting your teeth done and everything as well, like that, so you can smile even better. So
Hey,
so
hey,
you
bro.
can have that
Hey,
$1 million smile, huh?
I took my aligners out just for this interview, brother. I had to take them out
How
for a
did you-
minute. Hey, I'm trying to get my smile as pretty as Joe. You know what I'm saying? I can't have everybody able to have a smile as pretty as yours. I got to work on mine. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh my goodness.
So, but
All
no,
right.
what I was saying, man, is I'm really excited about the opportunity because for me, what keeps a smile on my face, I love my daughters. I've got two daughters, 14 and 12, Miracle and Hope. They always keep me on my toes. They always keep me positive and inspired. And I love what it is that God's called me to do. So every day I'm fueled by the vision to do what it is that He's called me to do. I keep really great friends and mentors around me that believe in me, that speak life into me, that encourage me, that keep me moving forward. And I just think that it's a wonderful, I think the more, if more of us in humanity looked at what we do as a superpower, it would
Mhm.
be kind of really cool. So like you're gonna laugh about this, Joe, but don't laugh at me too
Yeah.
hard. So my superpower alter ego is Optimus Prime, and
Right.
so
Okay.
that's my dude. That's my dude. I
Right.
love
Right.
Optimus
Right.
Prime. And anytime I get into a down place or a down space, I think back to, okay, what would Optimus Prime do in this moment?
Mhm.
And I love it because we all have the ability to transform. We all have the ability to change and become something more than what we've. I mean, Optimus Prime took a regular 18 wheeler and turned into this global superhero. And I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
every one of us have the ability to turn our ordinary into extraordinary if we were to
Mm.
look at ourselves as superheroes and super
Yeah.
sheroes. And so I
Yes.
think sometimes it's important for us to kind of get out of our own space and shift into a space of possibility, shift into a space of believing in ourselves and believing in our dreams, and going after what we want with what they call reckless abandonment, and really
Mhm.
believing it. I love something Les Brown, one of my greatest mentors and dear friends, he had his birthday is today. And one of the things that Les Brown says all the time is he says, chase your dreams like it's the last bus of the night.
Wow, that's amazing. Chase your
I was like,
dreams like you love us.
he said, chase your dreams like it's the last bus of the night. Man, if you miss that bus, you ain't getting home. I guarantee
That's
you're going
it.
to chase
That's
that hush
it.
puppy. You know what I mean?
That's it. Wow.
That's what
Well,
inspires me. That's what
amazing,
keeps me
amazing.
motivated.
Thank you so much, Delatorro. We appreciate your time. I love you, sir, and I honor you. And we pray that you succeed and soar even higher.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what and where you're going to go. People are already typing some comments right now. Somebody saying, "Thank you, Del." Somebody saying it's been very motivating. He's a master motivator. What do you expect? Somebody saying, being very inspiring. Your words are full of life and
Oh,
directive. And somebody saying, we can turn our ordinary into extraordinary. A lot of people are typing comments and are very thankful. So I want to take this time again to say thank you so much for coming on the Blessing Zone. And I think, you see, I forgot. There's a question that I usually ask everybody, but I think you've covered it. You see, we're on the blessing zone, and I always ask people, what is the secret to the blessing on your life? But I think you might have covered it as you were talking to us. But maybe you might like to just deal with it. I don't know.
yeah. I think the secret to the blessing on my life, honestly, is I really believe that, when people ask me, what do you think is your secret sauce or whatever, I always tell
Yeah.
people, I think that God just allowed me to get clear about what I'm supposed to do at a relatively young age.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
because I was able to listen to that and get clear about that and commit to mastering that, I think that's
Yeah.
been my sauce. Is
Mhm.
and if I was to give you another secret to the blessing, I would say having really remarkable mentors and really sitting under really good people and learning and gleaning from them, and always honoring them, so that you're not coming from a place of competition, but you're coming from a place of service.
True.
So
True.
I would think, of course, keeping God first in everything that you do, that's an automatic. But those are the two practical things that we've done. I think that takes the narrative to the next level.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. I see somebody here saying, thank you, Del, for coming here. Somebody say, thank you so much for blessing us today. Thank you, Pastor Del. So we just want to say thank you so much. And I pray that you have a nice day. And when is your next speaking engagement then? When are you speaking out?
So I will be speaking. Actually, I've got several events coming up. So I will be speaking on next. So I just got back from Long Beach, California. So next week I'm going to be in Sarasota, Florida, and then the first weekend of March I'm going to be in the Bahamas speaking for a corporation and association conference out there. Then I'm going to be coming right back in the middle of March to do our Crush the Stage program, and at the end of March I'm going to be somewhere international. They haven't ironed out the details just yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we normally
amazing.
do about 8 to 9 events per month. So we're
Yeah,
somewhere
wow.
across the planet rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. God bless, and you have a wonderful day. And we'll be in touch.
Can't wait. Thank you, my friend.
Thank
God bless you,
you.
buddy. You as
All right,
well.
love you, son. All right,
Love
bye
you.
bye now.
All right.
Bye bye now. Bye. All right. Oh wow, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Right, I see people are typing some comments in there. Somebody saying thank you, Apostle Man of God, for Apostle Joe, for this vision, allowing us to meet great men of God and learn amazing things. God bless you. Thank you, Sir Dell. It was a blessing listening to you, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you, Estrella, for that wonderful comment. Yes, guys, this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be bringing more and more great people, people that are doing great things, achieving great things. I've been inspired by Delatorro for a long time, and I've seen him grow and his business, his work grow, and the stuff that he does. And he is indeed a blessing, as you have seen. So, what I want you guys to do is to partner with us. I want you to partner with the Blessing Zone because we are going to be doing a whole lot of other things on the Blessing Zone. We are going to be, as I said, bring a whole lot more other people. Not only that, we are going to be broadcasting every week. Every week, we'll have somebody on here, a politician, inspirational person, a preacher, a pastor, a leader, somebody that is doing something that can be a blessing and a help to you. So, what I want you guys to do, go onto our website, partner with what we're doing, because what we're doing is doing a great job bringing information to you, enlightenment, teaching you, training you. We also want to make sure we get all the stuff that we need for our studio. We're going to be live on TV as well. You see, this blessing zone that you see right now online will be moving to television as well. So we want to see everybody that benefits from this great platform to be a partner of what we're doing. And you can do that by going to our website, joebenjamin.org. Besides that, we'll also bring you our regular teachings and a whole lot of other interesting and things that will be happening. So I want to take this time to thank you, everybody, for being with us live today. I appreciate your time. I want you to go right ahead and share this broadcast. I know we've got to the end, but you can still share this with somebody. You can still tell somebody that we are been live, so that these teachings and the stuff we've downloaded in this interview can continue to be a blessing to everybody else that is going to watch this later. Again, let me take this time to thank my honorable guest, Delatorro McNeal II from the USA, a great speaker. Google him, go on YouTube. You're going to see hundreds and thousands of videos about him on YouTube and his very inspirational life. And also, there's a book that he has, which I recommend for anybody that is trying to find their purpose in life. If you're trying to find your purpose in life, go and grab this book from Amazon called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. It's an amazing book. I'm telling you, it will change your life. All right, everybody. I love you so much. Thank you for being with us on the Blessing Zone. And thanks to all leaders that are live and they've been sharing and commenting and everything else like that. Until we meet again, I want you to stay connected to the Blessing Zone because this is what we do right here. We like to teach you and help you to find your place of blessing so that you can move to the place where you can be a blessing to other people as well. All right. And I see somebody saying, I connect to the smile. All right. Okay. I connect to your smile as well. All right. So I connect to that comment. All right, everybody. God bless you so much. And I will be live with you again. What's today? Today is Monday, right? We'll be back live again on Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening We'll be live, and it's going to be an amazing time as always. All right, guys, have a good evening, a good day wherever you are, and stay connected to the Blessing Zone. Bye bye.